My mom always told me to eat breakfast, but I ignored her advice. 2 years ago, one of my friends in China, she undergo a very painful surgery because of not eating breakfast. He had a gallstone. I was in China. I visited her after the surgery. She looks very unhealthy, and her face was brown, and her had very heavy dark eye circle under her eyes. She was a pretty girl, but at that time she wasn't pretty at all. She looked scary, and because of the scary face, made me think I should eat my breakfast. I think at least half of my audience skip your breakfast sometimes because you don't pay enough attention on your breakfast. Recently, I talked to one of my American friends. He also had a health issue related to not eating breakfast. Today, I'm going to tell you skipping breakfast can cause some healthy problem, and it will affect your brain function. And also, I'm going to tell you how to choose your breakfast and how to get breakfast every day. First of all, I want to tell you skipping breakfast can cause some healthy issue. First, let me show you a video about my American friend. He did a surgery half a year ago because he got a gastric ulcer.
Hello, Jeremy.
Hello, Emily.
Yeah, I'm doing a presentation about convince my classmates to have breakfast every day. I know about you have a health issue before because of skipping breakfast. Can you talk about it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's right. When I guess maybe started when I was in about college time, I was a little bit too busy to eat breakfast sometimes, and I just kind of got into the habit of doing it. And then sometimes even if I felt hungry, I still wouldn't eat because I thought I could wait till lunch. And kind of got into the habit. And I didn't realize at the time that that was actually causing me some serious health problems. And then later on, I started to have some bad burning in my stomach, a bad sensation. And I went to the doctor to ask him about it. And the first question he asked me actually was, do you eat breakfast? And I had to say, well, no, I don't eat breakfast. And he told me that that was probably the reason for why I had this pain in my stomach, which was actually a gastric ulcer. And he explained to me that the way that it happens is if you haven't eaten breakfast, then your stomach is empty, and the insides of your stomach actually rub up against one another, and it causes it causes an ulcer, kind of like a sore in your stomach, and then it becomes really painful as it rubs against each other. So then I had to have a surgery to get some of that corrected, and then after that, of course, I always eat breakfast now because I don't want to have an ulcer again.
So how are you feeling about right now you can eat breakfast?
Oh, I feel very good now. It's my favorite meal of the day. I always eat it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That is only one disease maybe is skipping breakfast would cause. Another thing is skipping breakfast can cause cardiometabolic risk. There is a research showing that people who eating breakfast experience lower cardiometabolic risk than people who are not eating breakfast from their childhood. Breakfast provides nutrition for you for your blood to work normally. But if you don't eat breakfast, your blood will messing up. And it's also being shown that the heart may have problems related to insufficient blood supply. So it's easy to have some blood problems. And then if you don't eat breakfast, it also will affect your brain function. It will affect your sleep quantity. And there is a research shows that the prevalence of eating breakfast regularly in medical students having good self-perception about sleeping quantity quantity was significantly higher than students with bad self-perception about sleeping quality. The number was 75.8 whereas 57.9. And another thing is about skipping eating breakfast can slow down your brain function. According to Dr. Chapman, he says there's a study of nutritionists did some tests that involves both school-age children and adults. They gave the same math problem to both groups of people. The people who are keeping eating breakfast, they finished this math test earlier than the other groups, and also their correction rate is much higher than the people who don't eat breakfast. That means when you eat breakfast, your blood works normally. There's enough blood to support your brain function, so your brain will work faster. If you care about your health, I think now it's begin to tell yourself you should really pay attention on your breakfast. But at the same time, you know that sometimes you're feeling lazy and you just want to spend another half an hour in your bed. But do you know breakfast is much more important than the several minutes rest? Let me tell you something about how to pick up your breakfast and how you overcome your laziness. First of all, let me tell you how to overcome your laziness. The first one, don't just set up your alarm when you need to wake up, but also write yourself a reminder about what you want to eat. Write down some very delicious food that you really like, and then your brain will keep thinking about you cannot wait for eat those foods and do those food in your breakfast. Second, give yourself a reward after the whole week you keep eating breakfast, and consider the little reward as incentive to encourage encouragers to eat breakfast another week. Third, do this with your friend. Supervise each other to have breakfast and compare with each other this day how many times breakfast you eat. And now it's time to think how to pick up your food, because breakfast is not a piece of candy. It's not anything you just can eat. It needs to make sure can supply you enough nutrition for your work. According to a study in what do adolescents eat, what they eat. The best breakfast should include dairy and cereal products. It's also good to go with 2 or 3 pieces of fruit. Vitamin C is really important to your body, and eat some fruit, and cereal products can provide energy. After I did this research, I checked out a lot of people just starting start to eat their breakfast when they realize how important the breakfast is. I think it's not too late to you to eat your breakfast. Let's look at the big picture. We can perform better at work and feel confident all day. Our skin will look better because we keep having fruit in our breakfast. Vitamin C is really good to skin and better blood circulation. It's good to our skin too. And if we remain to eat breakfast, our health will have a good secure, and because good breakfast habit can help maintain health. told you about health impact of not eating breakfast, such as that it is bad for your health and it show your brain function, slow your brain function. And then I talked about how to overcome your laziness and eating breakfast, how to pick up your breakfast. Let me show you some of my breakfast. Sometimes when I do my breakfast, I like to picture them. Here are some pictures of my breakfast. Doing breakfast is actually a lot of fun. I can do it. I believe you all can do it. Let's eat breakfast start from now. Let's have a healthy future. Thank you.